Hello there, family and friends of Community Presbyterian Church. This is Pastor Cruz with another episode of A Little Psalm Thing. And today's Little Something from the Psalms comes from Psalm chapter 3. We're going to look at chapter 3 and verse 3. We read this from David. "But you, O Lord, are a shield about me, my glory, and the lifter of my head." David writes this psalm from the position of danger and distress. His enemies, he senses, are all around him. They're continually taunting him and threatening him. And yet, although he feels like his enemies are around him, he knows the reality is that God is the one who is around him. God is the one who is surrounding him. And so because of this, even in the face of enemies, David can praise God. And so we see in verse 3, he actually praises God for three things, and we can do the same. First is that the Lord is a shield about us. God is the all-encompassing protection. Do you notice what it says? It doesn't just say that you are a shield before me. You're a shield around me. Nothing can get to us. Nothing can penetrate us at all when we have the Lord as our shield. The second thing that David praises God for in the midst of trouble is that the Lord is his glory. The Lord is his glory. Glory is a term for God's overwhelming presence. The word glory in Hebrew is actually the word for weight. It's his weighty presence, a weighty presence that crushes and destroys enemies, but at the same time exalts the faithful, which leads to a third thing that we praise God for in times of distress, and that is that he is the one who exalts us. He's the one who lifts up our head. We see here that there's this posture change that comes when you know that the Lord is on your side and the Lord is surrounding you with his protection. When God is the one who is present with us, the one who defends us, when we recognize that the Lord is our refuge and our strength, how can we be discouraged? How can we hang our heads low in defeat? Rather, he lifts our heads. There's this posture of confidence, this posture of one who has conquered, for that is what we have when we are in Jesus Christ. We have conquered with him. And so we don't hang our heads low as though we have been crushed. We lift them up high as though we have all things, as though we have confidence. And so having the Lord as your shield and as your glory injects courage into the otherwise discouraged soul. It strengthens weak knees and weak hands and puts us to work. It puts steel in our spines, and indeed it lifts up our faces so that we could look to the heavens and bask in the radiance of God's kind countenance as it shines upon us.